to stand in front, create space for the Monkey King to be able to dish out the necessary damage from the backline.
Okay, and we're going to be able to get right into this game. We do have a disconnect, so hopefully it won't be too long before we get right back into this one. And I've asked all my co-casters so far, you know, coming into the game early on, it helps me out as well, because I'm doing the observing as well as the casting. So, any predictions for the first blood lane? You know, any kill lanes do you see here with these lineups?
There's a couple of kill lanes. So let's see. Oh no, Puppy's gonna go with the Monkey King, right? So it's unlikely that they get a kill. This lane with the Alchemist and the Hoodwink, there's a lot of kill potential here. Eki and Boom, level 2 in particular feels extremely scary for the Team Tickles lineup. Yeah, sure they're gonna have. It's gonna be like Luna and the Pugna in that side of the map, or Luna Wisp.
Yeah.
Probably Luna Wisp, right? Just put the colors there. And yeah, definitely heroes can't die. Luna in particular can get ran at directly on that side of the map, so they need to be careful when getting dove underneath the tower with the second or third creep wave.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it, the Hoodwink's already got himself the Blightstone on the board, so we are going to see that minus armor coming out. It's not quite the Venge with the Haunting Wave, but it's still enough to help set Boom up with the Acid Spray into the Unstable Concoction, and then you've got the Bushwhack to group up with the Hoodwink as well. So, yeah, maybe potentially we are going to see Team Secret get a little bit aggro here in this off lane, and hopefully, once again, we will be able to get into this one soon. Disconnects-wise, did we get a reason? No, we just got a load of voice lines. Of course we just got a load of voice lines, because why would we expect anything different?
I will say about the Team Tickles lineup, I am worried about their overall damage output. Like, if you look at how they dish out damage, it's outside of the Luna, it's fairly slow, you know. Kunkka's gonna lumber in, Tidebringer hit you, you know, try to burst you with as many disables as possible. The suck from the Pugna takes a little bit of time. Io doesn't help you with damage output. Centaur only helps with the initial salvo, but there's a lot of responsibility on this Allnet Luna. And if we compare and contrast to Team Secret, you know, they have... If Pango is there plus Hoodwink, a hero can die. If Alchemist is there with Hoodwink, a hero can die. If Alchemist is there with Monkey King, with Enchantress, 2-3 heroes is all that they necessarily need to bring down some of these targets on the Team Tickles lineup. So I think Team Secret, yeah, they don't have as much team fight, but prior the BKBs emerging, prior some of these bigger sustainability items, they're going to have a fairly straightforward time if they can connect properly, actually killing these heroes off. Well, provided they do it before like a relocate happens.
Yeah, and I'm looking at, yeah, like you say, that's kind of what I look at. The Team Tickles global priority. I don't know if it's going to come out early on, because Luna, the kind of hero that does want to farm up into the early Dragonlance or the early Manta style, you know, just not get aggressive before that does come out. But I'm seeing actually more and more of these rotations, or classically you don't want to rotate until you have those items, but I am seeing more and more of the position ones going for the 6 and 8 minute rune contest. You know, they're moving it over, they're thinking, I can get a kill here because I'm farming that part of the jungle anyway. Why not dip out, you know, dip back in, hit those timings, get aggressive on it. So I am interested to see how Team Tickles are going to run this. The team that I saw it do the most was Klim Sanic in Eastern Europe. You know, they weren't afraid of getting their carry involved in like the first 5, 6, 7 minutes, you know, really running at heroes. And by 10 minutes, you have your first set of items. And that was it. Then it was 5-man Dota. You know, it was proper Divide Dota, run at lanes, taking down towers. And then the carry dips out when you've taken an objective or you've taken a team fight, finds that farm in the jungle, and then groups up with a team again. So I think that's style of Dota is getting a little bit more prevalent again. So Team Tickles, I wonder if that's the style they're going to run here. Just try and put Team Secret under pressure before they really get going themselves.
Yeah, definitely pressure is going to be the name of the game here for pretty much everybody involved. I'm curious though, looking at how this game is going to go. I'm really curious what the build is going to be from this Alchemist.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get to see this hero off lane all that much, right now at least, so I really want to see what's going to end up happening here. And like I said, he is super important for this game. The better his game is, the easier a time Crystallis is going to have. But this is definitely a game for BKBs, man. I do not want to see Boomer Crystallis rolling around, chilling naked. Crystallis especially, because if you have BKB, suddenly you can get into the Luna's face before she has that many items. Eventually, it becomes almost impossible to do. But there's a period of the game where Monkey King, if he has BKB going with Wukong's command out, Luna's the one that has to run away from you. So if they can exploit that timing, then hopefully Team Secret can find themselves in a decent position. Because they do not... I don't think they want to take this game too late. Against the Luna with this much backup, eventually she's going to feel unkillable. You will not be able to burst her before she gets off like her Satanic, the full heal from the Io Pugna. Yeah. So don't take that risk. Don't get to that point in the game. Win, like, snowball the lanes, try to win as early as possible, I think should be the name of the day for the side of Team Secret.
And with that being said, do you expect the build-up for the Monkey King to be into the Maelstrom then? You know, try and get aggressive early on, try and take those team fights early, as opposed to like a Battle Fury where you are going to be hanging around in the jungle for the first 15-20 minutes?
I think so. He needs early damage, he needs early scaling.
Yeah.
This is you were mentioning how these pause 1 heroes can rotate middle to help with contesting 6-minute runes and stuff. I think this Monkey King, he's probably going to have to be ready to come middle to defend the tier 1 tower push, because they want to try and make sure that they can keep as much of the map as possible for Team Secret. So he needs to be ready to get involved in early fights, and an early fight might break out now.
Yeah, Dakar's going to have to back himself away. The unstable concoction coming out from Boom, but Boom, it is going to be that self-stun, no one around to see it. You know, we'll just ignore that one there as well. You know, saying, it's okay, Boom, no one saw it, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. You weren't on camera. But yeah, wasn't able to close the gap there as the smoke broke, so no engagement coming out. But the wards are down from both sides around a similar area here as well, so similar information coming out for both teams. We'll see how they're going to be able to play around this one, because the Radiant Team Tickles, they will see these two heroes here on the high ground, so whether they try and throw some aggro out into the top part of the map, but the rotation's coming through right into another Tickles ward here. Puppy, that ward goes down. We do have the banana on the floor, not the banana skin for anyone to slip on side of Team Tickles though. Are they going to try and fight this one out in the river? Looks like Balance Strike comes in though. It's going to be 3 bounty runes coming through, but can they get any more damage coming through for this one? Force, again, going to be able to go on the front line. Crystal's going to be chased down. Do they get the damage onto this one? Monkey King just... yeah, he's going to be fine. He's a little bit worse for wear, but they are going to be able to get all 4 bounty runes here on the side of Team Secret, so maybe a good omen to come out here for them.
Do you remember when these bounty runes first emerged and there was some ridiculous thing where 3 bounty runes, or 3 bounty runes, I think, made your win rate go to like 80-something%, and then 4 was almost 100?
Yeah.
So, we will see. I mean, this is also really great for Crystallis, right? Them getting all these bounties accelerates the timing for his items, because, you know, he might not be playing Alchemist, but he needs a lot of items as well on this Monkey King. Boom needs a lot of items. Monkey needs a lot of items. So them getting this early spike of gold definitely is going to make a huge difference.
And look at this already. Boom coming through with the unstable concoction onto Allnet. Just trying to force him away from these creep waves. You know, get the stuns off, making sure Eki can try and get those denies on the range creeps here as well. And I think this is going to be the pattern here that Allnet's going to have to face up to. That maybe letting Ducalis get the last hits onto the range creeps, making sure that they at least get the experience from that and not get that denied away from them.
Ducalis is going to do a good job here. One of the things that is always nice, though, Luna against these super beefy melee heroes, you get Lucent Beam, but Ducalis, he might die here.
He's taking a lot of damage coming through. The blood grenade is there now as well. Right clicks from Eki, but they just don't want to dive that tier 1 tower. So Ducalis, he's got himself a decent amount of regen in the tangos to come through. I'm sure his courier is bringing some out here as well. What's he got? Yeah, he's got a salve there. So he's got some good sustain underneath the tier 1 tower as well. And this is the thing, right? The lane is pushed right up to the Radiant side, so they always have that tower to run back to, that protection to offer them against Team Secret. And Secret, I'm surprised that they're not trying to pull this lane back some. You know, try and force Allnet into a really uncomfortable position.
Actually, this is, for them, the most uncomfortable position. You just dive them under the tower. First blood should happen now.
Yeah, and Ducalis
this is one of those few situations from the offlane where you actually want to always be under the tower so that they're tanking hits for you. Because, like I said, you have so much kill threat between Hoodwink Alchemist. This IO, I do not think this is the last time we'll see a death happening here. Especially now that we have Bushwhack available from Eki. Like, there's going to be a lot of kills, I'm telling you, Rob. This lane, as long as there's creeps underneath this tower, Ulnt is not going to feel safe farming here. Okay,
I'm not going to move the camera off the tower then. This is, you know, I don't even need to do another observing job. This is just going to be auto cam underneath the tower. We'll see how this one's going to go. No. We will move through the rest of the lanes because we have been down here for a little bit. I'll flick back if there is any action. But in the mid lane, we see Larnoff and Corden coming up against each other in terms of last hits. They're doing A-okay. Net worth-wise, item-wise, excuse me, as well. It seems like they are both on par. Only difference is Larnoff not going for that early bottle coming out. Kunkka not really needing it here. How do you feel the lane's going to go in the mid lane? You know, should we be looking out for either hero to go down early on, or is it just a bit of a sustain lane from both sides?
Literally one of the most boring lanes in Dota. Absolutely nothing happens here. No one can do anything. All they can do is harass each other, trade farm, trade right clicks. The only way one of them even possibly dies is if there's a rotation. But Eki's going to have his hands full on bottom. Io is not the hero that's going to rotate. Pagna's not going to come middle to assist with the kill. So mid is going to be boring as hell for quite some time. Okay, so we'll just leave that one till about the 10-15 minute mark. Yeah, we won't even look at it. Looking at the top lane, we're going to see Crystallis. He was decrepified here. Just going to be able to take a little house from Narman. Force back as well. Force, how's he doing here? He did lose his courier, but he's got his boots out here. And
farm-wise, how is the Centaur doing? He's 6 behind the Monkey King, but still not awful for an off-laner.
Especially Centaur versus Monkey. This is not an easy lane for the Centaur. So the fact that it's going okay at all, yeah, he's chilling. He's happy. I mean, it is Puppy playing the Enchantress, so he's having a trade on farm war with this Pugna overall, so he can't necessarily just get up into the Centaur's face to bully him. But Force, as long as he's getting levels, he'll be happy.
They do get the kill onto Eki here. Eki maybe diving too deep, too greedily underneath that tier 1 tower. And now that the Lucent Beams are up, 2 points here on the Lunar Blessing as well, he just wasn't able to get himself away, and boom, he wasn't tanking the tower shot, so it will be the little squirrel girl that was slain here in that last engagement.
That's not so bad. As soon as she comes back, there's kill threat again, and they're gonna go once more. And now Ducalis is the one that's dead.
Yep, Bushwhack comes in, acid spray, and Eki's gonna be picking it up there with that damage. And yeah, like you say, this lane maybe a hell of a risk here for the side of Team Tickles.
Man, this lane is so tough, dude. I've lost many games to these kind of lanes before. Not necessarily Alchemist, but beefy boy with Hoodwink. They're actually gonna go on to Ulnet now. He might be dead here.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to get the full stun on the concoction as well. The blood grenade comes out. Lucent Beam's gonna be there. Doesn't matter. And Ducalis can't get there in time for the regen. And boom, he's gonna be able to put the pressure onto Ulnet. And Ulnet, oh, the tips have started early today. Somebody woke up on the angry side of the bed here on the side of Team Secret.
They got the tips going. Corden was picking up some bounties so they get extra gold for this Alchemist. It's all coming up Secret, man. Like, early on in the game, the only lane that's going just that they're behind in is this mid lane, but you kind of expect that when it's Pangolier versus Kunkka. I'm chilling. If I'm on the side of Team Secret, not only am I chilling with the lanes, I mean, we managed to prevent Ulnet from getting a lot of CS for himself, and he's always going to be under pressure. He's died once. And they could actually get this kill onto Force in the top lane as well.
Yeah, I'm watching the Monkey King run him down here. He has those Jingu stacks going. Can he get just the gap close onto Centaur Warner? Because Centaur Warner, fairly fast hero now as well. The Mischief comes out. Yeah, the body block from Puppy. He will be able to use the enchant now as well. Stomp will come out, but Crystallis should be able to right-click him down one more, and he gets himself on the board here. Centaur going to be taking a dive.
This is perfect. Crystallis is also the one that got credited with the kill. He's pretty much almost finished off his full power tread. Should have it after he finishes off this wave. Things looking up for Team Secret. And looking at this draw from the side of Team Tickles, you know, when you think about like these Kunkka heroes, Kunkka can make like big rotations, so can Centaur. But the one thing they're not going to be able to do is easily force Team Secret off of their towers, because Team Secret, they have such amazing response heroes. Like a Monkey King responding to a rotation, a Pango coming through to help out. Even this Alchemist is no slouch either, showing up with high levels into the concoction and acid spray. So they should be able to just hold this early game and maintain the advantage they've accrued for themselves at this stage.
Yeah, and I've said it ever since they made the change as well. The Alchemist is one of the, in my eyes, one of the best fighting heroes in the game at the minute, just purely because you no longer have to skill up the Greevil's Greed. You can get so offensive with your build coming out now. Just the acid spray onto the unstable concoction, you know, it's a lot of kill potential here, and they might be going for another one to cast, though. We'll be able to get the tether away the creeps underneath the tier 1 tower. Are they going to try and jump this one? Acid spray into that unstable concoction. Lucent Beam, but the Bushwhack, it does come through to cast. He should go down here. There's even going to be the rotation coming out from Corden. Can they get the kill into Cast? Chase down, boom, will be able to get it, and now Ulnet slowing down. Blood Grenade comes out into the Rolling Thunder, and they're going to be able to go for more on this one. Another unstable concoction. All 5 heroes rotating down. Look at the pressure coming out from Secret, and hell, this might even be a tier 1 tower.
This is one of the reasons they love picking this Monkey King for Crystallis. How many carry heroes can show up in that fashion and still get back in time to defend their own tier 1, even clear out part of the wave? This is what we need to see from Team Secret. Constant, never-ending aggression. They cannot allow the Team Tickles lineup to actually gain any kind of momentum. They're the ones that play with the early advantage, so, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just exploit it. Yeah. You know that they can't... And this is what we talked about, right? Pugna and Io. Are you scared of these heroes TPing in? Not really. Like, even if Centaur showed up, he doesn't have level 6. His input in that fight would have been very limited.
Yeah.
So Team Secret definitely exploiting the fact that Team Tickles need to get to like a more farm stage before they can play as this full shell, anchor up as 5. Until that point in the game, they are much weaker than Secret, and Secret can exploit that.
And boom, we'll still be going towards that Radiance. We saw this, it was the the Ramses Alchemist build. You know, he used to go for this in the offlane all the time, where you build up into this Radiance here. You'd split that off into the Nullify a little bit later on. But for the most part, yeah, Boom still thinking that he's got the space. Hell, he's got an entire side of the map to farm that Luna and Io just won't be touching early on, so he can put that early pressure, that early farm on. And what do you expect after that? Do you think, you know, BKB into AC? Does he just want to go full man mode, man fight here, Alchemist?
BKB sounds good. I feel like they definitely need BKBs. If they get early BKBs, Luna's gonna feel very limited, especially if they have the Radiance.
Yeah.
Then suddenly all her right-click damage isn't coming out. You can't dish out the magic damage because of the BKBs. That feels very good. It's not going to feel good to be Centaur right now, because he's about to get ganked in the top lane.
Oh, yes, the jump comes in. There's going to be the Primal Spring as well. Who's going to be able to get the last hit? It is going to be Puppey that cleans that one up. Surprising that they're not sticking around here to maybe take another tier 1 tower, but Corden, he wanted to get right back into his mid lane, make sure that his tier 1 tower wasn't being put under pressure. Eki, though, oh, Lauren he gets the bushwhack off. He's going to be able to steal anything away from this one. I think he got a couple of creeps, but no major ones, and Laroff will be able to carry on farming this one with the Tidebringer. But yeah, you can see that Team Tickles, we're not even 10 minutes in here, and they are being boxed in just a little bit more, that forced into the triangle, away from the lane, the Luna. You've still got the Io that having to babysit him here, that he doesn't feel comfortable just solo farming the jungle all on his own.
Something surprising, you know, Olnet's obviously just going to have to keep farming, go the normal itemization route, you know, get yourself the Manta, get Butterfly eventually, get BKB. The Monkey King, surprisingly, is building into Battle Fury, or at least that's what he's queued up right now. So he's intuiting that the game is going well enough for him, that he has some latitude to be extra greedy. I would have preferred, personally, that he went, like, BKB Maelstrom Skadi, like the Ultra Fighting build on this hero, but, you know, sometimes the Dota gods are very kind to you, gifting you such a good game, so you're like, well, let me just make sure that I can keep scale up with this Luna, but, you know, there's also a reason we don't see that many Battle Furies right now in the game. I will just say that.
Yeah, it just feels like you say, if you get delayed even slightly on the Battle Fury. We saw, I was watching South America with Ace yesterday, and Lumio was going for a Battle Fury Monkey King, and he only got it by 20 minutes because it was just a couple of kills on the lane. His tower got put under pressure, he didn't have anywhere safe to farm, and all of a sudden you look at this Monkey King, you know, he doesn't even have an item at 20 minutes, and it just felt so bad to watch him try and farm while constantly being hunted down because they knew he had no power spike, and it was just easy to get the kills. But yeah, you're saying Chrysalis here, he feels comfortable enough that this Battle Fury will pay off.
One of the great things is that he's also evading the gank, not gonna get caught out here. Crystallis has you know, people like to give this guy a lot of flack as a player, but he's got really good game sense in the earlier portion about when he's like about to get ganked. He evades it, not gonna get touched. They do lose the tier 1 tower, but you're not very unhappy if you lose a tier 1 to Pugna at 11 minutes. You're okay with this.
Yeah, they might be able to go into Puppey. There was that response coming through. There is going to be the Power Ranger TPs coming through here from the side of Team Secret. And they might be able to go into Force. Do they get the chase down onto this one? Force, he has that Stampede if he needs to pop it. Anyone catching up? Well, Crystallis is in the chase. And I also the Balance Strike. Primal Spring onto Narman. Narman can get himself away. Nope, the Bushwhack comes through. And Decrepify, Sharpshooter even being thrown out for this one. And Crystallis, he's going to be able to pick himself up. His what? Second kill of the game, I think. Yeah, 2-0-2. So Crystallis still having a great time.
He's still really thinking about it. Actually, he has the goal right now to at least buy the broadsword if he wants to. Claymore soon. I think he's still considering it, talking to his team, being like, well, what's the feel, boys? What's going on? Especially since this Alchemist did go for the Radiance, which he does have right now on Boom, so he can sort of play the pseudo carry for quite some time in this game. And it looks like he's going to be playing aggressively here. Getting the Blink Dagger, he's going to be their key source of initiation. He'll jump in, blink, stun somebody, have Corden follow up with the Rolling Thunder, and then obviously they have tons of damage coming in from both of these supports. That is one thing I really favor about their draft, man. The support damage is obscene from Secret onto individual heroes that get stunned.
Yeah, and Eki, I first saw this build from Ari last week, but the Hoodwink is going to be going towards that Mage Slayer here as well, you know, and it is, like you say, the amount of damage that he puts out, the fact that he can just come in, throw out a Bushwhack, throw out a Sharpshooter, and he's like, cool, job's done, and a hero's dead. You know, it is bonkers, this hero at the minute, and looking forward to seeing how teams and players are going to be able to push this one more and more, but it will be the Mage Slayer coming out. I think I saw when Ari was playing it, it was then into the Rod of Atos, you know, a Gleipnir to come out a little bit later on, but this Hoodwink is playing the Classic 4 at the minute, where it is that kind of semi-core build-up.
Yep. That's what happens when you have such a good game, right?
Yeah.
Got a couple of kills down bottom. You're level 8 right now on this hero, already stupidly leveled. So might as well go in that direction. Usually, like, the option is you pick up some damage item like the Mage Slayer, or you go for Hand of Midas.
Yeah.
And it's not like Hoodwink benefits that much from Midas. So Mage Slayer gonna be so good. And, you know, because of how bad Olnet's game has gone, I cannot stress enough how much of their damage potential is gonna be purely magical for quite some portion of the game. So that Mage Slayer is gonna have a huge impact in the middle of these fights.
And we're going to see smoke coming through now as well. Olnet did just show on the lane, so Eki, Corden going to be able to smoke through, have a rough idea where Olnet is. And again, this is the thing that DeCarlis, he just doesn't want to leave Olnet's side here, but he leaves it for just a second. Do they have the setup to go for the kill now as well? They get the jump on, the bushwhack comes out, and the sharpshooter, they do. He literally stops holding hands with Olnet for about 5 seconds. Slonarf will be able to get the kill onto Puppey, and it will cost him his life.
Ducalis dead, but he did his job, right? Tank the gank for the Luna. Because if Luna gets gone on, she can die just as quickly as he did.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And
Corin will be able to get himself towards the bottle. Illusion Rune, Larnoff denies that mid-tier 1 tower here, so... Okay, they don't give up the gold for it, the full gold, they don't give up the benefits from that, but it does mean that the map is a little bit more open, missing your tier 1 tower mid and bottom. That Radiant jungle, it's so unsafe now to try and push into, and I mean, I don't think the Luna's crossed the midpoint in that jungle for a good 5 minutes anyway.
Yeah, Luna can't play the map just yet.
No.
All you can do is farm. Farm. Stay on the other side of the disastrous river. Let everybody else go forward and die. And looks like Lorinov wants to actually start getting things going. They've got a Blink Dagger on 4, so it would be great for them if they could find this Monkey King, who is actually bouncing around in the area. They've scouted him now. They see him bouncing. Yeah. Sadly, so hard to actually catch him and kill him. And you don't have that much vision on all these other heroes. And like we were mentioning earlier, they can respond super well. Boom has a Blink Dagger. Corden just finished his own Blink Dagger now as well. These items have not been scouted, so they might even actually choose to bait with Crystallis in one of these lanes to try and force a reaction, and then they go on any heroes that try to get on top of him.
Yeah, and he is going for that second item BKB. Like you say, he knows that he needs to be safe in these fights, so he's happy to go Battle Fury into the BKB and then go back to damage items after, because he's happy enough that the rest of his team are going to be able to provide the early damage in these fights, you know, for the first, well, the next 5 minutes or so before he does get something else out. And this, to me, you know, signals that Team Secret super confident that they can take these fights.
Yep. Dude, if he gets BKB Scotty and Alchemist gets BKB Shivas, they are in a lot of trouble on Team Tickles. That would be... If they can get these items by, like, 22 minutes, which, given the farm rate right now, they definitely can, it would look very difficult, I think, for Team Tickles to realistically be able to fight back in these engagements.
And yeah, we'll see what it is going to be here for the Alchemist, because it is going to be that next item, BKB. The Blink Dagger, like you say, already up. And this BKB, well, with the rate that he is farming, Alchemist, 12k net worth from the offlane here. Boom. Absolutely rocking it. Which you expect an Alchemist to do? You know, I'd be disappointed if he wasn't like 4 or 5k ahead at this point in the game.
Yep. You know, you were asking me just before the game started what I want to see from Secret, and you said strong lanes into a competitive mid-game, denying Team Tickles the ability to play fast. And they've definitely done that so far. They're the ones pushing on the tier 2 tower down. No response coming in from Team Tickle. They are not ready to fight just yet. So, free tower, free map space. And, you know, we've seen Luna spend a lot of time farming down in bottom by the well, farming in her jungle.
Yeah.
Now there's a lot of real estate just taken away. The only space that's safe right now is going to be Triangle and the far left-hand side with these Ancients. These are not a lot of space for the Luna. She's not going to be happy about this.
No, Boat's going to come in here onto Eki. He's going to be dragged into the X-Max spot. Olnet, though, they're going to group up. They do get the kill onto Eki. Working the go. Rolling Thunder comes out. Wu comes man. Olnet going to be slowed down here. And boom, gets the kill onto Namen. Backline. This fight is breaking out all over the place. Can they get the kill here? Do they have the relocate out? Ooh. They do, just in time. It comes away. And that was a relocate in. So they're not even going to lose the IO on the return on that one. Support for a support. But again, it forced out a good fight here. And any fight's a good fight as long as they trade even for Tickles at the minute.
Yep.
So
good stuff. It did require a lot of their ultimates, but like you say, given the gold disparity, given the fact that they didn't lose anybody of note, they come away with a better change in experience and gold. And it's Luna that's able to get some of this gold as well, right? I think that's the really big deal. The fact that she's the one that gets the kill brings her closer to getting the butterfly, getting the BKB, allowing her to be competitive against this Monkey King.
And with this map control that Team Secret have, are you expecting them to go for a Roshan push at any time soon, or do you think they need to take a team fight first? You know, do they need to clear the board of Team Tickles before they can risk going into the Roche pit?
I think it kind of depends on their vision on the map and their items. I think until they get BKBs, they're not going to feel comfortable heading into the pit. They don't have that much minus armor outside of this Alchemist. They have, what, a Blightstone? Oh, no, they don't even have the Blightstone anymore in Eki. It's not the easiest Rosh. Oh, they still do. Never mind. Yeah. It's not the easiest Roshan in the world. It can still happen. So, but I do think it would be much more comfortable for them if they could take a fight, at least clear out this tier 1 tower in the top lane before they consider it.
Okay, and we see here Tickles, they're going to get confident again. 5-man smoke coming up, trying to hunt through the jungle, trying to find this Monkey King as well as Puppey. Puppey will be away, and with the smoke, what are they actually going to be able to find here? Chrysalis, though, oh, the jump comes in from Force. Is he going to be able to get the damage off with the Stomp as well? It's going to be the crab fight into Chrysalis. The life drain comes out. They have it, they have the kill. And that was just a good setup here, and maybe Team Secret not expecting Team Tickles to be this confident and aggressive.
Holy smokes. Bro, that's a 1,300 gold chain just with 1 kill on the Monkey King. That's a lot of money. Jeez.
Yeah.
400 going straight to the Kunkka. Okay.
And
that's really good. They get the tier 2 tower out of it as well. That's a phenomenal piece of timing. And the scary part about this, Rob, is they're not even at their strongest. They don't have a butterfly BKB on the Luna. They do not have their BKB just yet on the Kunkka, only the Aghanim Scepter, so it gets harder for Team Secret as time goes on.
Yeah, Stampede coming through. Corden's not going to be able to get the shield crash to the top part of the map. He's going to be rolling Thunder, though, so should be able to get himself out. Sharpshooter comes through. Stun onto the Luna. Can he get the damage onto this? So Boom, is he going to be able to turn this one around? The Torrent Storm will come out from Laroth now as well. Chased down. Boom stopped in his tracks, and he's going to be lifted up into the air here. Does he want to carry on going? Chemical Rage is popped. Chrysalis is back alive now as well. There's a tier 2 tower, though, between them and Team Tickles. Team Tickles with that retreat and won't be losing anybody. It was a half good engagement, but Team Secret, they were too good, and it was Corden as well. So once he got that Rolling Thunder off, not really at risk, but who is at risk? It's going to be Olnit. Jump comes in, Unstable Concoction. Do they have the damage to take him down? Ducasi's going to try to do his best. He gets that relocate out now. The Storm comes out from Force. Life Drain onto Alchemist. Alchemist going to get himself away from this one. Laroth, he pops that Blade Mail. Boat will come in. Puppey drag back. Boom pops the BKB. Wukong's command now as well. Do they have the lockdown onto the Kunkka, slowing him down inside that? Decrepify was keeping him alive a little bit longer. Life Drain, Baby Burden from Narman. Narman, though, can he keep this Kunkka going? Back onto the high ground. A lot of life left, but he's going to be able to get himself back safe. X-Mark as well onto Puppey, not dragging him back into anything too dangerous. And both sides, a lot of spells used, but no one actually goes down.
What a game, man. One side has the super beefy heroes that you don't want to spend too much time committing on. The other side has so much sustain. And we got to see the influence of all that sustain plus the Coco Rum from the Kunkka Ghost Ship.
Yeah.
Makes a big difference. And Team Tickles, one thing that they do have, they don't have very high cooldowns on their initiation spells, so they can keep going. They're going to try and make this happen again. Quick smoke out the base. I'm not sure that Team Secret has seen this coming, but they have retreated on most of their heroes. Unless Boom sticks around. Boom. Okay. That's a safe thing. He should be fine overall.
And yeah, Puppey's deep in the jungle, but no vision here from the side of Team Tickles. They might be able to get him with a wraparound, though. If smoke breaks, they're going to know someone's on the other side of the trees. Puppey, though, ward goes down. TP, just in the wrong place. Puppey, he is going to be hunted down here. The Enchantress Life Drain. Do they save it for the Kunkka? X-Mark spot comes through. Puppey, no way away from this one. Just going to be grouped up inside this little mini mosh pit. And Puppey will eventually, I mean, he did waste a decent amount of time, but eventually does go down. Force picks up the kill.
Space created, man. Tier 1 tower top should fall because of this. There's 3 range creeps. Pango was hitting it for a while. This tower is definitely going to be in deny range or just straight up die.
Yep.
And it's just going to get taken down. Hashtag, if I'm Puppey, dude, I'm like, alright, I'm cool with this. I don't really care.
Yeah, and that's what I always say. And Otomo, puts me on blast for it, but supports, they are there to die. That is their, well, not their entire job, but the majority of their job. That you sacrifice yourself for me so I can carry on farming and objectives happen around the map.
Things are getting a bit concerning for Team Secret, though, because they did just get this BKB on the Monkey King. They have BKB on the Alchemist, but definitely want to see them start taking fights soon, because Luna is getting scarily close to getting her butterfly. And once she has the bout,
well, that's not good.
These things happen. That's definitely not good.
Hopefully they will be able to get themselves all back in. I wonder if Team Tickles are in the same boot camp or same. I assume so, with a mass disconnect like that. But yeah, no.
Are they in the same place where there's the best DDoSer on planet Earth coming off the...
coordinated. He had it like synced on his watch and just like getting it everyone down at the same time. But yeah, no, like you say, the Luna is started to catch up at least to the Pango, above the Monkey King in terms of net worth here as well. And yeah, Team Secret not looking to those Shivas, not looking to the Skadi just yet on either the Alchemist or the Monkey King. It's going to be... Oh, no, he's changed his mind. It was the Axe queued up for Crystallis, but he has got that Skadi queued up now.
Yeah. I mean, I think the best example of why he needs Skadi, you remember that kill down bottom where they were going on to Kunkka? He sat inside a full duration Wukong's command, just getting pumped in with the life drain and doesn't die. If there's an Eye of Skadi, that does not happen. They can actually get those kind of kills. So
yeah,
makes a lot of sense to go for this item. They definitely need it. I wouldn't mind the Aghanim Scepter as well at some point, but I do think Skadi might have a little bit higher priority for the Monkey King right now.
Yeah, and like you said, 22 minutes, that's where you're kind of expecting those items to come out. They have, I mean, Boom's at least started onto the AC, which will be a nice boost trying to get there, because a lot of physical damage on the side of Secret will be able to benefit from that. But yeah, no, I do think that they need to maybe look at that Skadi on Boom as the next item. And it's only going to be the Mage Slayer. Oh no, Puppy has a Mage Slayer there as well. Okay, so even Enchantress getting involved with this one, and it will be the Dragonlance next item. So even the Pos 5 at the minute, going for that kind of semi-core build. And Team Secret, I suppose that's what you can do when you have a good start like this, 14k up in 22 minutes.
Yep. For Team Secret, they're distributing who's going to be pumping out the damage. For Team Tickles, it's all about just keeping Luna alive. If Luna's not dying in the fight, you just feel good.
Yeah.
Provided they can just sit there, dish out damage. You know for a fact that it's going to be quite some time, if ever, that there's going to be like a butterfly or anything coming out of the Monkey King. So all you have to do is just get big damage and survivability. Hit the Monkey King whenever you can. Stay alive throughout the fights. Force him to play around the Wukongs. And I think that sucks for them. It's so hard to keep Luna within the Wukong's command once she has access to BKB, because they have Stampede, they have the IO relocate. Just so many different ways of ensuring that the Luna can get away from the point where the Monkey King is the strongest. And unfortunately for them, they're going to run out of the ability to burst the Luna 100-0 at some point. And then thereafter, just becomes easier for Team Tickles to maneuver around these fights.
Yeah, and maybe we do see, okay, Monkey King has the Ag Scepter queue back up now as well. We'll see what he wants to go for first. Again, changing his mind. But yeah, maybe that's going to be where, if the game goes ultra late, we're going to be seeing the Abyssals for the Monkey King and the Alchemist, that lockdown. And maybe even the Abyssal coming out for the Pangolier here as well, relying on those just active items to make sure that the Luna gets locked down through a BKB inside that Wukong's command. And again, that doesn't even account for the IO relocate out. So if they don't kill off the IO first, there's still, like, say, that safety button. You can just slam it and say, okay, we emergency eject from this fight and come back in after the Wukongs goes down.
The Ejecto Cedo. Get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about anything.
So
I'm still laughing about this double Mage Slayer, man. This is just so cute. This is such a puppy thing to do, to be like, all right, y'all. This stuff's busted. Just get it on both of our supports. Don't worry about it, y'all.
Listen, Puppy was the one that pioneered Crystal Maiden Hand of Midas when it was like, and he started off the trend. Everyone goes Hand of Midas. So we might be seeing that 5-man Mage Slayer build starting to be more and more popular coming through in the next couple of weeks, couple of qualifiers.
Just get the 5-mans. Let's go.
Okay, everybody reconnecting here from Team Tickles. So hopefully we won't be too much longer before we get back into it. And yeah, we'll see where this match is going to go, because the ultimates are all back up on the side of Team Tickles. And like you say, they're not afraid of getting aggressive now. We'll see if they want to take any more fights with Allnet. Build-up wise, he's got himself the Claymore. We'll see if he just picks up the next item, and then if it's going to be more aggression from Team Tickles.
I mean, they just got one of the items that is going to aid in that aggression. The Veil of Discord for the Centaur flying in right now. Doesn't have his BKB just yet, but if they can find a decent target, try kill them off, maybe even force a BKB out of this Monkey King, out of this Alchemist, they certainly can do that. And the Team Secret, not so sure. I don't think they've scouted this just yet. There is an observer ward on the cliff, but I'm not sure the courier is going to go right past it. Either way, Team Tickles, if they have a smoke, do they have one? They do not. They don't have a smoke right now. So unlikely they're going to try and make something happen. Oh, they do have one. Pugna has one. Chilling with one in his in the backpack there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So they might be able to make something happen. But there's nobody else nearby the Centaur and the Pugna. They'd have to like smoke, head back towards where the rest of the team is. And there's 2 wards in between them that should be able to scout this out. So whatever move comes next, Team Secret will be prepared for. But I wouldn't mind if Team Tickles try to force the issue a little bit.
And Yeah, this is what, because they've started to get some of this tempo back. I know they're 14k behind, but the last couple of engagements, they've at least not lost anybody. You know, like you say, that on the top, when the fight went okay, they got the tier 2 tower, they forced that one in, and they are just starting to find the sustain as... Oh, Ducalis. Well, maybe no smoke for the next 30 seconds or so.
Yeah. We're going to be chilling for a while, boys.
It's just...
Oh, it's so funny.
Shard not working. That's not good.
Oh, shard not working? Actually, he's right. The shard isn't working. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay. This is a problem, man.
Yeah, it ain't great, mate. Oh, no. Yeah, because that is a big protector of the Luna in these fights, and if that ain't coming out, then, well, not only are you wasting 1,600 gold, you know, that's survivability on the line for the Luna as well.
Yeah. Man, I still can't believe the value of the slaves, dude. 25% damage reduction. Those are Wraith Pack level numbers, man. It's such an absurd situation that she ends up just getting to survive that well. Let's see if everything's gonna be fine. They're gonna go in a second. Maybe that's why the IO ended up dying, that the glaives couldn't come out in time.
Yeah.
On the shard.
Yeah. Not testing it, or that it's still not working here on the Luna. But hopefully that'll be up and working in the next fight. And that ain't a feels good. Hopefully, you know, that will be sorted with the reconnect. But
we shall see. He pops the Manta. Still hasn't come out with the glaives just yet.
No.
But he'll let us know. He might just be saving it, you know. He's chilling. You're just scaring us. You're just scaring us. In the meantime, though, they have space to go take Roshan. They are able to bring it down. They give the Aegis towards Chrysalis so that he can have multiple inroads into the fight.
Yeah.
And he's still building up into his Eye of Skadi. Super important item. I mean, this is Monkey King, so you don't tend to end the game on the first Rosh. It's just like it's security. You've already taken down one tier 2 tower down bottom, mid-tier tower. Tier 2 is at half HP already. Not like the biggest priority to go and finish these off just yet. Right now, the priority is getting the items so that on the second Roshan, you can actually end the game.
Yeah, and you do get a boost now once you start to go for the second Roshan. How do you feel about the Roshan banner? Because I think it's just such a nice item. When teams had problems, you know, pushing onto the high grounds, there was just that mass defense coming through. Having these buffed up creeps that can chip away at the tower, you know, it does feel really nice. Not maybe ending the game, but making the game move from that still game state into what could be, you know, progressively looking to end that game.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm a really big fan of the banner because, you know, there have been, over the last couple of years, so many instances where the Roshans, after a certain point, don't necessarily feel that impactful anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it actually helps you progress the game. I mean, Aegis is very useful, yeah, but you still have to put yourself in a risky position in order to get the best value out of that Aegis, right? But under these conditions, you place that banner, it pushes out the map for you, just makes the game go so much faster in your advantage. So I'm definitely a huge fan of the banner being in existence in general.
Yeah, and it's one of them, right? That, like you say, the Aegis is nice, but when you're coming into like a 60-70 minute game and you've got 10 buybacks on the field and you're rocking like that, either the high ground protection, it's so hard to push up, and Ultimate Shard's still not working here. I think this is fully bugged, and yeah, no, he's already bought it out, so he can't get it a second time.
Yeah, okay.
Shit, man.
Okay. This is, I mean, yeah, you can't sell Aghanim Shard, right? You buy it, you have it, you just have to deal with it. This is, how do you even go about dealing with this, right? Because it's not like this would be a different thing if it was like 2 minutes into the game, you find out some spell is bugged, not working, who cares? And when did he get it? Was it like just before the disconnect that the Aghanim Shard arrived, or just after? I don't remember.
It might have been, you know. I didn't actually see when he picked it up, and yeah, there's no timeline that I can check, right, that says when he checks it, when he picked it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is bad, because like that's 1,600 gold down the drain that you might have been able to finish off your you get most of your butterfly out, or you get like towards a BKB, something like that. That if you know the shot, that's just it is rough.
You're actually right. That's literally Butterfly right now. If he doesn't buy the Aghanim shot, he just has that heads up. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. All right. This is why does this always happen in puppy games for some reason? That there's some really weird game-breaking kind of bug that we all have to sit and deal with right now. Let's hope and pray. Let's cross fingers, Rob.
Yeah, knocking on wood. I don't know what else I could do, but yeah, no, unless he's not testing it here, but it's rough. Maybe
there's no way he's not trying to test it right now. Right?
No, yeah, absolutely, he is popping that one out.
There we go.
Oh,
there we go.
It's
hey!
out. Oh, cool. Maybe it was just a hotkey issue, something like that. Something super obvious that you're like, oh, of course that was their fix. But yeah, it looks like he's going to be able to get that working now. So, awesome. We don't have an asterisk next to that. That's always the best, right? You don't have an asterisk next to this game, if no matter which way it goes.
Especially Team Secret, they would have been very low to try and restart proceedings, given how well things are going for them right now.
Yeah.
So we're back into a fair game. Everything's Gucci for Olnit. And surprisingly, look at this. Alchemist not going... I mean, he already has AC, so maybe it might be redundant to go Shiva. So he's going to buy the Basher instead. So he's going to be playing like a heads-up secondary carry. Monkey King is going to buy the Skadi and the Nullifier. Be doing more of this debuff in the middle of the fight. Letting the Alchemist be the one to just charge onto the Luna, bash her up, prevent her from having free reign in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, and like you talked about as well, it's more control to come out for that Wukong's command. Extra lockdown that you then, at that point, you maybe only need to worry about the IO relocate. And if you have this Blink Dagger anyway from the Alchemist to get that jump on the back lines, might be able to clean him up before he is a problem on that relocate out. So
there is the final tier 2 tower to fall. They've got all 3 of them now. So Team Secret have a lot of map to play with, and they still have the Aegis for another fair while, 2 whole minutes.
And we'll see what they're going to be able to do with it. Like you say, maybe just a bit of a comfort blanket here on this first Aegis, but are you expecting... Because what can you get from this now that the tier 2 tower's down, objective-wise? Are you just waiting for Tickles to push out and look to take a fight?
I just choke out the map right now. Try to deny them access to having avenues of farm, force them to play as a big group. Because you know that the Luna is going to be the one monopolizing most of the farm when they're together. The rest of the team needs to be nearby or protector. So that means that you can scale on multiple heroes, get more farm on the Alchemist, more farm on the Pango, more farm on the Monkey King, whereas they're only really scaling on the Luna right now. That makes things easier because even though the Luna is the win condition, she's going to be uber strong. The heroes supporting her start to fall behind your hero, so you still feel fine about the situation. And you can do stuff like this in middle, where you just lay out traps. If somebody reveals themselves, you jump in for the kill, and if they don't reveal themselves, you slowly push in and get damage onto the high ground. Either way, it's a catch-22 for Team Tickles, and it feels good for Team Secret.
Yeah, we're going to see the smoke coming out from Team Tickles, so they are looking towards the backstab here, but while they take the time getting into this one, fortification will be used. Are they going to be coming across Puppey? Puppey is that first point of contact. It looks like Chrysalis on the trees now as well, but they're going for the big wrap. They're going for the entire wrap around here, right back behind into the lane. It will cost them a tier 3 tower, but coming up, Force, is he going to be able to get the jump? Was that Vision? I don't think they see it. They are going to be able to get the jump onto Eki. It's going to cost maybe the Hoodwink his life, but not much more from this one, because Team Secret, they should be able to disengage. Was that Blink? 8 seconds away. Chrysalis, does he want to get involved? He's got 26 seconds left on this Aegis. Is this the perfect time now to get this jump out? X marks the spot onto Puppey. They're going to have that Wukong command coming through now as well. They get the lockdown onto the Luna. Luna gets himself onto the edge and away now. Boat will fly through. Doesn't connect onto anybody. And I wonder if Team Secret, do they want to go for the disengage here? Maybe running themselves away. Force tries to get that Blink up into the storm. Puppey though, X marks the spot. Rolling Thunder does come through onto the backlines now as well. Can they get the kill? They're going to be able to get the one onto Io. Now, Eclipse does get used. Only what can he do? Has those glaives bouncing around now as well. Blaymail Loroth though, with the BKB just running himself away from this one. Norman might get locked down. Right click's coming out. Chrysalis, he's going to be taking a whole lot of damage. That Aegis has gone already. Jingu Stacks trying to keep himself alive through this one. Will be able to get the kill onto. Was that the buyback as well? It was onto Decals. Chased down Norman, trying to get himself away. Unstable Concoction. Slapped down by the Alchemist. Chased down onto Olnit. Olnit, he turns for a right click, but this might cost him his life here. X marks the spot onto Colin. Olnit is back in the base, but there's going to be the jump in here from Boom, and we get another pause.
No.
Oof.
Oh,
Oh, right back into it. Onlit chase down. Alchemist. The right click's coming out now as well. Onlit slowed down. Diffusal Blade here from Corden. Corden, they are going to be able to get the kill. And Onlit will fall. 4 heroes dead. Only the Kunkka remains. And only a buyback on the Centaur. So Team Secret, they are going to be able to turn this base into Swiss cheese now. Because 4 heroes down. 1 maybe with a response. Laroff trying to do what he can with Blade Mill. X marks the spot coming into this one. But it will be at least a lane of racks, I think.
I am astonished that Team Tickles took that fight without Luna having BKB. Like, she's still farming into it after having just finished the butterfly, so she doesn't have the gold at the moment, but they got the free kill onto Eki, forced back Team Secret, but they were fighting into an Aegis, a Pango, Hoodwink, Monkey King, Alchemist as well, without Luna having BKB. That was... Even the Centaur, his BKB only just came in right now, wasn't finished just yet.
Yeah.
That was such a super risky engagement from Team Tickles, especially not having vision of where these dangerous heroes are. Because they knew there was somewhere in this area, but they've been completely de-warded. Monkey King was able to engage from the high ground, so was the Alchemist. Pango could come in later on in the fight. That was, I don't think, a necessary risk from Team Tickles. I think it was good enough for them to have just forced them back on Team Secret so that they could wait for the re-engage. They already knew that Crystallis's Aegis was going to expire soon. I do not think Team Secret would have come back for a high ground push without having an Aegis in general. But they get gifted a free fight. All the dangerous heroes die, then all of a sudden you're free. You have the full latitude to just take a lane of racks and get out.
Yeah, and the tier 3 tower was opened up by Corden as well. He was putting some pressure. Maybe overstayed his welcome a little bit because he was taken down in the end. But it means now that another lane is open up. And look at this. Crystal is just going to walk himself in that tree form. And the dangerous tree will attack here. It's like, what was it? The Mist or something like that? That film where the trees came alive? I don't even remember, man. But it is going to...
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, just that weird one. And... they will be able to do more damage onto the ranged racks. 180 health left on that. One more slap from the Monkey King coming through. Will be able to take this one down. Loroff steps forward with the X mark on him. But is he going to be able to get the creep wave? He's stunned up, and he's going to be dragged back before he connects.
Nice from Crystallis. The Happening. That's the
Happening.
The Mist is the one with the Mist is the super scary one where the movie ends in the saddest way ever.
Yeah.
With the family that has to like off themselves. Yeah. The Happening is the other one.
Yeah, the Happening probably wasn't, the best comparison to the Mist because with the Mist as well, I think the writing, that wasn't the end of the book. And Stephen King was like,
no,
that was way darker. I wish I'd have thought of that.
You know it's bad when Stephen King is like, damn, your ending was not nearly messed up enough. Like, you're worse than me, bro.
you gotta take that as a compliment though, right? You know, that's like the highest praise you can get.
Exactly. Well, this game is definitely not happening for Team Tickles. They are hating life in top lane. Jonas still doesn't have BKB.
No
Dude,
chase
if
down.
Ducalis got hit there, he would have been in such danger. They have the Skadi now, so there's no escape possible for him unless he relocates.
And we're going to see Boom on the sidelines. Is he going to be able to cut it off here? Smoke's going to break. Unstable Concoction. Right onto Force. Force comes out with the Stomp, though. Was that Bushwhack? Won't connect. Sharpshooter going to be used as well. But you just get that Stampede off Boom. Has the Blink Dagger up in 7 seconds. Is it going to be enough to slow down now on Force and Force? Trying to get himself away from this one. He's wasting a little bit of time here, but you don't want to be losing your center like this. Stomp comes out. They still get the kill, and Eki will be able to take him down now. At least he has the buyback, but 50 seconds on the sideline. Not great for the side of Team Tickles.
Yep. It does have buyback, however, but they softened up the range racks down bottom. So there's no real reason not to bring a creep wave in through middle, go finish off that range racks, and then force Team Tickles into an awkward series of decisions. What do we need to do to try and save this? And they actually might just jump Lauren off. I don't think he dies here, though. He's really, really tanky. As BKB, they still have boat. Io and Pugner nearby, so he should be fine.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder is going to come through onto the back lines now. Well, does connect onto Larenov. Trying to get himself around. The Shivas will be here on the Pangolier. Can they get the damage onto Luna? And Luna, he's getting really down low. The life drain, it's not going to be enough. Not Baby burning him back in time here. Norman will be the next one to go down. Buybacks are available to everyone apart from the Luna. But with this Luna being down, like I said, this is the big power spike for Tickles. It might just be mech as hell. They might just have the time to go tier 4s here. And Team Tickles, they are really in a rut. No Luna. What can they do? Force does come back. Buyback out from Norman now as well. Maybe trying to force this one out. Lauren off on the front lines, but the Wukong's command, it will at least guarantee the megas. And Lauren off the wave. Stomp coming through onto the Alchemist. Alchemist, he's got that unstable concoction. Can he get himself away from that one now as well with the Chemical Rage? Getting that life right back in his favor. Eki on the sidelines. That Squirrel, he's not the healthiest hero in the world. They get the kill onto Force. They take down Norman, and it will be game number 1. It looks like going the way of Team Secret.
Yeah. It was the worst thing ever because Luna, you know, I was talking about how they lost the previous fight because they engaged without Luna having BKB.
Yeah.
She just got her BKB. I mean, literally just got it, but didn't get it off in time. Does that mean that she dies without buyback? The base is in shambles, and this might be the last fight, Europe.
Yeah, this is looking like Butch and Sundance time coming out here for the side of Team Tickles, but those glaives doing a lot of damage. Chrysalis will go down. They do get the kill onto the Monkey King. Rolling Thunder away for Corden. Do they have the X mark to drag him back into danger? On the side, though, you've got Eki in the trees just trying to protect his teammates, and Team Secret, they're not going to stop just yet. The Bushwhack, it won't connect. It won't lock down here, but the BKBs are down from the side of Team Tickles. Wave won't drag anyone back, and it looks like Team Secret, they're just going to do the best hitting onto the Ancient. Laurenoff coming through. Torrent will connect here onto Corden. But if they're going to go Team Tickles, they need to go now. And the damage coming through, they're going to be able to go with the Torrent Storm. Do they have the damage to take down Corden? X mark to spot now as well. But boom, he's still just slapping onto the Ancient, and now he moves over onto Olnet. Olnet, can he get himself back towards that fountain? Laurenoff and Olnet trying to do what they can. There's still 2 heroes against 4 here. And you can see that Team Secret, they're just taking it in turns to hit onto that Ancient. And it looks like they will be able to finally break it. Taking it down in 34 minutes, 24 kills, and a 38k net worth lead here. Team Secret, they're going to take the first game.
GG, well played. Amazing performance from them there at the end.